Hi, everybody. This is Melissa, your free range psychic. Today is November the 24th, 2024. I hope everybody is well. My guides wanted me to do a reading on Putin and Russia and what's going on right now with the war that's raging over there. And they also wanted me to let you know or tell you or remind you that what happens to Putin is closely related to what's happening or going to happen to Trump and the GOP because they are one. Putin owns them and they act on behalf of Putin and like his oligarchs, and they get rewarded by him, money and power and um, the fulfillment of their desires. But it's a two-way thing, and the way that Putin works is that nobody is above him, and if he goes down, everybody goes down. And we know that Trump and the GOP and the right-wing libertarians all are under that umbrella, right? And then you think about cryptocurrency and the Silicon Valley, and cryptocurrency is Putin. It's all dark money, and that's how they get money laundering. That's how they get paid, allegedly. Okay, entertainment purposes only, of course, got to say that. So I used the Ciro Marchetti Gilded Tarot for the tarot reading, and then we have another card from this beautiful deck, the Sacred Forest Oracle by Denise Lynn. And there's a musical interlude as usual at the end. The subject card here, there's two. The Devil, and that is always Putin, and then also Trump, and everything's under the Devil, everything's under Putin. That represents Musk and Vance and all those people aligned with the Devil here, personified by Putin. And then the other card here is the Tower. So the guides wanted me to remind you. So you see that here, this is Putin waging war on Ukraine, involving North Korea and Iran and Saudi Arabia and other countries that are his allies in this Tower moment, which, if you think about it, started with it's the conflicts with, or not conflicts, but the aggressive actions towards, or military actions towards Ukraine have started or been around for a while, not just with the invasion, but also there's been so much hostile, cyber attack, and they're calling it a hybrid war. His intentions to then, I want to say surreptitiously take over countries via rigging their elections, hacking into elections, like I'm going to say, and I've said it before, we've just experienced that this last election was not is not valid until all of those are counted, and we can figure out internally and externally what actually really happened to flip the results and ostensibly right now make Trump president-elect. So all of this is under this auspice of the Tower, of course, the Devil. But the dual nature of this card, or one of them, is that he's he's trying to bring down democracy, Western democracies and freedoms in the world, but at the same time, this is causing his infrastructure to be destroyed. And the Ukrainians are in Kursk. Uh, they're now being given permission to send long range, sorry, missiles uh, uh, that are targeted at Moscow and deep into Russia. So this is destroying his infrastructure. It's also destroying his economy. They've lost, I think, over 700,000. I mean, it's going to be close to a million at some. It's going to be a million at some point, not too far off in the future. Soldiers, not just their own, but now Kim Il Jong is. If I pronounced his name wrong, I'm always getting his Kim's name wrong. I'm sorry, but his soldiers, he's sending in thousands of troops from North Korea who don't speak Russian, and there's just a handful of interpreters, so it's a kind of a mess going on there. But oh yeah, so it's also causing this to North Korea, and then there's all kinds of other factors like exposing North Korean men are from the poorest of the poor, and that's saying a lot for North Korea to be able to come into Russia, to be able to come into exposure to new cultures. That are they going to want to go back? So there's already North Korean soldiers who have defected, and there will be more. That's the nature of what's happening right now to everybody, to all the aggressors. It's not just happening to those who are being aggressed upon or attacked. It's happening to these countries. I guess we think about it like karma, right? Instant karma. Above is Eight of Wands. So this is events happening really, really fast right now. This whole conflict, I can say it, I guess, in this context, is ratcheting up, and it's causing a lot of fear because you have Putin blustering and threatening nuclear war, and he did send some uh, intercontinental or ballistic missiles over to Ukraine, but they weren't armed with any warheads. They just blew up, and they're so big that the damage was done with the magnitude of the impact. But there were no nuclear warheads, so you have Putin, and this is one of the ways that he tries to puff himself up and scare the world. It's a weapon of fear. Is he really, gonna nuke the world, blah, back and forth? But it's just this. It's not. Uh, like I'd say, no, he's not going to do it because if he does it, then there's no more Russia. I mean, it's going to affect. Uh, it's like, is he going to, nuke Kursk? That's Russia. But the countries are so close, and there's a lot of pressure, and especially from China, to not use nuclear weapons because it's just ridiculously catastrophic. So my guides are saying, this is what we're experiencing. It's fear. What's going to happen? Anxiety. But it's all like a psyops, it's just a bluff, but an effective bluff a lot of times. Because who wants a nuclear war? Oh yeah, people scared of the end of the world, Armageddon, uh, keeping us up at night. Just this whole situation for the world. In the past is the emperor. This is Putin wanting to get the band back together. He wants to get the Soviet Union back together. He wants to be the emperor, not just of the Soviet Union, but he wants to make incursions, which he already has with cyber war and Brexit, things like that, that he's uh, been active in on the world stage, trying to put in fascists into uh, positions of power because he wants to be this. He wants to be the emperor, and how does he do it? He does it through any means necessary. And the more misery caused by his actions, the better, as far as he's concerned. That's why he supported the Wagner Group. That's why he sent the Wagner Group of mercenary soldiers into Ukraine to do their worst, the worst of the worst. Underneath, this is the reality of the situation: death and the Ace of Swords. So, death, the guides say, this is the end. This is the end of Putin. There is no more after this. He's going to take it as far as he can feasibly, but he can't go any further. Like he ain't going to win this one. And just like Hitler offing himself in the bunker, really this is also. I'm not saying that Putin's going to do that, but there's not a good end to this. And so the Ace of Swords and the guides clearly told me those who live by the sword die by the sword. You can take that as you will regarding Putin, allegedly. So in the future, so here is the Eight of Pentacles. So this is representing, according to my guides, NATO, and they're all working together. They're trying to figure the situation out so they can save the world. Really, they're all thank God, for Joseph Biden, who brought them together so strongly. They're now trying to figure this out, and the Knight of Pentacles. This is the offer of help. This is them sending weapons. This is them, however they can intervening to bring uh, a defeat to Russia and a victory to Ukraine and the world, because Putin is threatening the whole world. The clarifying card is the wheel, so things are spinning right now. They're in flux, but we're coming into a new phase, which is going to be, I believe, the defeat of Putin and the victory of democracy. As far as I can see, that's what I'm hearing. And the outcome card, the world and the Ten of Swords, and this is actually the world bringing an end to this situation and moving forward in victory. And this is the whole Western world with their forces uniting, bringing in this victory and securing democracy. So that's what's happening behind the scenes over there, as far as we experience it. But it's very much, even though it's all the way over in Eastern Europe, it's very much affecting us. And I think that's why things are so quiet right now. Regarding the election, we're not really hearing anything. People who usually would be very vocal, like Jamie Raskin and Eric Garland, well, part of it maybe is everybody jumping off Twitter because of how Musk has become involved, or we're becoming more aware of Musk being involved in the situation of trying to take over our democracy. And of course, as we all have known for quite a while, that X, sorry, aka Twitter, is owned by Putin and uh, Saudi Arabia. Really, I think it was Putin's money, and it was kind of filtered through Saudi Arabia to secure it from uh, ownership with Musk as a mascot, really, because it really hasn't made any money. I think it's lost money, but people are leaving it behind and going to Blue Sky. Oh, by the way, I'm on Blue Sky right now, or as of now, under Melissa Free Range. I think it's at Melissa Free Range. You can find me there. I'm still on X, but I'm kind of wanting to kind of be a observer and see what's going on there. But I'm not on it like I used to be. So that is my reading that the guides really wanted me to do today. I wanted there was something else, and this is a surprise for Thanksgiving. I'm gonna put something out I think you'll be very interested in. It is a past life, and it will be my Thanksgiving gift to you. For those of you who find my past lives interesting. Okay, so let me think if have I missed anything? I'm going to ask my guides and then I'm going to go on. And we're going to do this beautiful oracle card from the sacred forest. My guides say this is how for you watching me for the first time, I use my pendulum in a kind of unconventional way. It just opens up a portal for me to hear my guides. I don't necessarily ask it yes or no, unless I'm really unsure that I'm hearing correctly. But is there anything? No, they say this is it. Uh, Stay tuned. To be continued, but this is what's going on right now. And they're saying to me that we're going to talk about the aftermath of this situation. That might be the next Russia-related reading. Okay, you guys, I am now going to segue to the Oracle card, which I love this deck so much. It is Pegasus Transformation. So the back of these cards, this that actually is the back of all the cards. This the Pegasus card. Oh, it's transcending, not transformation. Sorry, transcending. Okay, which makes absolute sense. The phoenix would be transformation. Pegasus transcending. Grab hold of the mane. Pegasus is leaping into the sky with you on his back. You can feel the wind rush by on this winged horse. As it climbs higher and higher, his muscles rippling beneath you, you are keenly aware of the majesty, strength, and power as you are brought closer and closer to the heavens. History is replete with myths and legends of a winged horse, the protector of the soul. Pegasus represents the immortality of your spirit and the journey to the heavens. The appearance of this card is a sign. Get ready for a dramatic activation of your spiritual journey. A powerful transformation is at hand. Great things are possible in your life. Prepare yourself to fly above adversity. The spirit of the Pegasus says you're on a pilgrimage of the soul. It's time to transcend the weight of earthly burdens. Fly over situations that have been pulling you down. Don't involve yourself with the drama of others. When you remember that you have come from spirit and are eternal, challenging situations will resolve. A profound transformation is at hand. Pegasus, transcending. So I think we all need this card to rise above our fear right now and realize we are our souls. All of what's happening right now is ephemeral. And still see a positive result. Still envision Kamala Harris and Tim Walz taking their rightful places. Because our mind is free, we can imagine that. Things are still at play right now. Whatever the result, our positive intentions, our positive manifestations are important right now. And especially transcending our fears. However, we may do that. But I think one of the best ways is just breathing and taking a deep breath and centering yourself and remembering you are here now, like Ram Dass says, be here now. And just stay with yourself for a few minutes. Because we get lost in our thoughts, whether we're worrying about the past or we're worrying about the future. We need to be here now. And on a spiritual note, the guides always tell me that the clearer we are, the more grounded we are, the more calm we are, the more better they can channel through us and be active in the world and help fight this battle of light and dark, or good and evil, that we're in right now, because it's epic. We really are like the last book of Lord of the Rings. That's how I perceive it. Okay, you guys, I am available for personal readings. My information is below in the description box. And at the end of the musical interlude, which is coming up, I love you, and I will be back. Take care. All my love. Okay. And yeah, I'll see you on Thanksgiving. Bye.